If you are doing something that you know is being done because it deserves to be done, then you will not demand returns from your efforts. That knowledge, that realization that what you are doing is absolutely important makes you choiceless. And then you just do what you have to do without bothering about this or that. Otherwise, your energy levels depend so much on the situations. Just quote some positive results, you feel encouraged, energized, let down by the situations. You feel demotivated, totally sapped of energy. So every day, maybe two times, three times might be a good idea to question yourself, what am I here for? What am I doing? What is this thing really all about? I don't have infinite time. I might be young, but still all that I have left is another 50 years at most. And 50 years are nothing. In terms of historical time, 50 years is a blink. So 50 years will just pass away like a dream. What am I spending my time for? What exactly am I doing this very moment? If you don't ask this question, then that which you are doing has immense power to suck you in and carry you away. This question must be asked, but as we said, it is not comfortable asking this question because most of the time, the moment you ask this question, it will become very difficult to continue doing what you are doing. We like inertia, we do not want to change track, especially if our current track appears to be a safe, secure, and a generally acceptable track. So, to remain on that track, it becomes imperative not to ask these bothersome questions. So, we don't ask these questions. Don't ask those questions. In short term, you will feel okay. Beyond the short term, one does not feel okay. In fact, one turns miserable. So you see, there is a virtual pleasure in having lots of choices. The fearful child within us feels happy and secure. Oh, I have so many things to pick from. When you narrow down your choices, then you have to really be an adult. Fine, I have only these two things available to me, and even out of these two things, one is going to be struck off. And then there are only two places to look at. There is the world you look at, what is there in the world that is worth doing, what is there that really demands the involvement of a person like me. And then there is your internal world, what is it in my internal world that demands to be addressed. Look at these two worlds and you will come to know what is worth doing. We are all pretty sound on intellect here. I'm so sure that if we just exercise this same intellect in the inward direction, this question of what to do in life and how to make career choices will be answered quite soundly. It is not such a difficult question to answer, but for this question to receive a genuine answer, you will need to be with yourself. You will need to shut out the external voices for a while. It is not very long, your duration on campus is sufficient. You are in here, you're combine these two things, and then that is the most important decision that you make in your life. If life is time, then the question of your career is the question of what you are putting your time. Don't make that decision casually. Don't leave it to situations. If you are not investing yourself in the right kind of work, in the right persuasion, then life can be pretty heavy to carry, very heavy. On the other hand, if you are spending 8 hours, 10 hours of your day at the right place doing the right stuff, then it is your work that keeps you energized, young, moving, alive. Brands, vibes, day zero, day minus one, all this you will forget very soon. These are things that matter so much on the campus. The day you move out of these four walls, you realize you have a life to live. You have to get up from your place, your room, you have to report to a particular office, and then it might be a day zero company if you cannot spend your day properly. So, this is second chapter of the book Young Intellects by Acharya Prashant, and the book really the this is to the question. This is an answer to the question how to remain motivated and excel every moment. So, he focuses on asking questions. Whatever you are doing, you must ask, what am I doing? Is it worth my time? And if you really ask these questions, and then you will only be left with what is really important, and that which is really important, you don't need any motivation for that. For example, I realized that working out in the gym is absolutely necessary for me to remain healthy, to for my mental health as well. Once I ask these questions, why am I lying in the bed, wasting my time, worrying about the future? Why do I feel lazy? I asked these questions and stayed with them, and then I realized it is important to work out in the gym, and then uh, I have been consistently working out in the gym, and that's an example of the right work. And so that's it. I recommend everyone to read this book. Thank you for watching.